Hey, my lovely. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say this to my spiritual guides, whatever, whomever I'm listening to. I've been having downloads and I guess premonitions. Like I said before, I've been having this stuff since I was a kid, but I never said anything because as a kid I was kind of a shy person. And then I remember my mom had told me a long time ago. I was like, I think 8 years old, if not, and she said I was sleepwalking. And I came into her room and I was by her mirror, like her dresser, back in them old days. Well, I'll say old days, but hard, heavy wood type uh, dresser with a mirror on top. And she had her Chantilly, which is like this perfume she always wore. And the other perfume I wanted to disclose, I bought it a couple times before. Just remembering the smell and everything else and the history behind that. So so she said I was sleepwalking, and I'm like, what? I don't remember. She said, "What do you remember?" I'm like, no, I don't. Obviously, I was asleep, and so I have to look up again what it really means for the different messages with regards to that. And I remember my grandma had passed away. I kept seeing her in my dreams. It's a long story, but or my downloads, whatever. And she, I never said anything because I was kind of shy and I never really spoke up, and I kept saying to myself. Because at that time when you say, "Oh, I had a dream," my mom said to me some things too, and she said she had a dream about certain things about water, about drownings and stuff like that, and a lot of other different things, and her stuff will come true as well. So long story. Anyway, so my son, my young son, he left out of here on Sunday, right? And he took a shower, whatever. I told him go take a shower. He goes in the kitchen, da 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 da. And then next thing I know, he's actually taking out the trash. So whoever he's speaking to on the Chromebook, it's a school Chromebook. And I told him, you need to stay in the house, well, an apartment or stay home, because he's always into trouble. Like, and I said, oh, I think you're the aggressor. So you've been a follower, you're the one, basically causing this problem. Long story. So anyway, So anyways, he took out the trash and I said, where you going? He said, I'm not going nowhere. I'm to the trash. I'm like, no, you fully dressed, with shoes on, everything. Like he was in a hurry. So I told him, I said, you better be back here. And he didn't come back, right? I said, okay. So either it's drugs or somebody telling him to do this shit or influence him, or he's going up against me. I mean, it's quite clear. I don't want to say too much, but I already know already anyway. To get me off tangent, I'll be cussing, I'll be yelling. He always say, "What are you yelling for?" I'm like, "Cause you can get it through your thick skull. You being set up. Don't you get it? He don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with him. But anyways, long story short, stay tuned for part two.